exciting morning this morning. Finally got on some turkeys here on public land in Nebraska. So the specific reason that we chose this piece of public land was that we happened to get lucky the other day and drive by it and see a turkey, a really big tom actually, headed right for this piece of public land. The more we got on it, the more we heard these turkeys gobbling back here. So it was a little bit of luck, but also we were going to come here anyways in a week or so because we knew there's turkeys on here. But then once we got here, what we used was our previous knowledge, even if it wasn't much. 2 or 3 times we've been down here, we knew the turkeys like to hang out on this specific area of the public land. So that's where we started. Then when we got down here, we called, they happened to gobble from back here. So that helped us out too, because we knew there was turkeys back here. And it also helped that we knew they were back here in the middle of the day, so they're probably going to be around here in the morning as well. Also, there's an ag field here. Like I talked about, turkeys like to hang out on those ag fields, so everything kind of came together where we knew there was turkeys on this piece of public land. We happened to see one when we drove by. They were gobbling back here. There's an ag field back here, and we were down here in the middle of the day. They were still gobbling, and they were still hanging around. So to us, that was a perfect setup to be able to get in here in the morning, whether they were roosted close or not. They happened to be roosted really close this morning. We knew they're going to hang out all day. Gave us a great chance to get on a tom here on this piece of public land in Nebraska. One thing that helps us be successful when we're turkey hunting on public land is just being familiar with that public land. Even if you hunt it 2 or 3 times, it sure helps, because we knew right away this morning we were coming right back here. We're going to sit down and we're going to wait no matter what happened. Didn't matter where they were roosting, where they were gobbling from. We were coming here and we were going to sit down and we're going to wait and we're going to be patient. And if you watch to the end of this video, we'll put a link to the hunt that happened today, so you can go ahead, take a look at that. Make sure you watch that. It was a fun and exciting hunt. But now I'm going to walk you through kind of what we're doing to move forward, what we learned from this hunt, and how we're going to use that in the future. And so at the end of this hunt, I took everything that I learned today, and I'm going to use that to make a better plan here moving forward. What I learned today was they're roosted really close by. Right behind the camera is where they were roosted this morning. If we come in early enough, we can get in here just like we did this morning and be fine. You'd be surprised how close you can get to turkeys when they're roosted. Number 2, they were using that ag field just like we thought. Number 3, they're back here almost all day. They've just quit gobbling here, and it's well after lunchtime. So the turkeys are back here. We know they're back here. Now it's just a matter of getting them to see our decoy, because that's how you could tell if you watch that video. If you go and watch it, you'll be able to tell that the turkeys are really responding to the calls right now. It's first part of May, they're gobbling really good. They're gobbling late into the morning. They're gobbling right back to almost every time I call, but they're not committing. They're not coming in looking for those hens. So what we're going to do, we need to get a decoy somewhere where they can see them. That's complicated because we can't get on the ag field, and there's a strip of trees that runs next to that ag field that's not public land. So we can only get so close to it. If we could get out on that ag field, we would have had one this morning. I can almost guarantee it. But what we need to do is find a spot where the grass is low, where when those turkeys fly down or happen to be out on that field, that they can see that decoy. So we're either going to use a Jake decoy, like I used this morning, a Jake and a hen, or we have a tail fan that we're going to use. Using that tail fan on public land is risky, but in this situation, we're going to have big trees at our back so no one can come up from behind us. We can't get hurt that way. And with that open field in front of us, we'll be able to see anybody coming in straight in front of us that would maybe happen to shoot towards us. We'll be able to stop them before they do that. So make sure you have a good setup if you're going to use that tail fan on public land. Haven't decided what we're going to use yet. Probably go with the tail fan because it offers better visibility. Might get those Jakes, I'm sure, are probably going to come in for a fight. That tom, I'm sure, is going to come into a fight because there wasn't too many hens down here. So I feel like we get that tail fan up, those turkeys are going to come in. So that's the plan. We know where the turkeys are. We know where we need to set up. While I was here today, I found that place to set up, and that's something that's key. Don't just leave when you're done with the turkey hunt if you know, hey, I'm going to come back to this spot. If you know there's no turkeys in the area, walk around, find a better spot. That way you know exactly where to go when you get in there the next time. And that's what we did today. So we found that spot. Probably bring that tail fan back into the same spot here in a couple days. Try to get on these turkeys. They're out there, they're gobbling like crazy. It was a fun hunt. So you can check out that hunt here at the end of the video. Like I mentioned, thanks for watching. Just kind of wanted to update you guys on the strategy and how we found this specific spot on this specific piece of public land. But thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.